that forget America, white America is an irredeemably racist country, and that the only course for the Negroes is to bring about a final, violent, apocalyptic confrontation of black and white.
As Governor of the State of Michigan, I do hereby officially request the immediate deployment of federal troops into Michigan to assist state and local authorities in reestablishing law and order in the city of Detroit. I am joined in this request by Jerome P. Kavanaugh, Mayor of the city of Detroit.
Pillage, looting, murder, and arson have nothing to do with civil rights.
You're going to sit in front of your television set and listen to LBJ tell you that violence never accomplishes anything, my fellow Americans. But you see, the real problem with violence is that we have never been violent. We have been too nonviolent.
Has a damning report in regard to our intelligence agencies and some of the undercover work they've done regarding right-wing extremism here in the United States. Now, what this report specifically focuses on and hones in on is the infiltration of white supremacists into our local police departments. Now, the incredible thing about this story is that there have been warning signs leading up to what we're experiencing now. In fact, back in 2006, before Obama was elected, the Department of Homeland Security had released a report indicating that there was a growing problem of right-wing extremism here in the U.S.
And a peaceful protest is expected to be held next week in reaction to a story we told you about on Friday. Now, we do want to warn you, the pictures you are about to see can be upsetting to some. Uwimana Gasito says he was assaulted by East Lansing Police in the parking lot of a 7-Eleven. People now are planning on taking the streets to make sure they are being heard by the East Lansing Police Department. And according to the Facebook group that was created, or the Facebook event group that was created, they want the police to be transparent and they want an unbiased investigator to be working on this case. The Facebook group also says this violence against Gasito was unwarranted.
I'm only 19 and it took three officers just to detain me and put me in a police car, and I wasn't even resisting. So I think they moved with a lot of force.
And our ABC affiliate in Detroit tells us a public review of the body cam and police car will be released to the public in 2 weeks. The protest will be taking place on Sunday, February 23rd at 1:30 p.m. in front of the East Lansing Police Department. And 6 News will be there, so stay with us on air and online for updates on this story.
This is a society whose government doesn't hesitate to inflict the most brutal form of punishment and oppression upon dark-skinned people all over the world. But with all of that violence that they display at the international level, when you and I want just a little bit of freedom, we're supposed to be nonviolent. They're violent. They're violent in Korea, they're violent in Germany, they're violent in the South Pacific, they're violent in Cuba, they're violent wherever they go. But when it comes time for you and me to protect ourselves against lynchers, they tell us to be nonviolent. We should defend ourselves. And when I say that we should defend ourselves against the violence of others, they use their press skillfully to make the world think that I'm calling on violence, period. And I wouldn't call on anybody to be violent without a cause. The press calls us racists in reverse. With skillful manipulating of the press, they're able to make the victim look like the criminal and the criminal look like the victim. Right now, in New York, we had a couple cases where the police grabbed the brother and beat him unmercifully and then charged him with assaulting them. They used the press to make it look like he's the criminal and they're the victim. This is how they do it. And if you study how they do it here, then you'll know how they do it over here. It's the same game going all the time. And if you and I don't awaken and see what this man is doing to us, then it'll be too late.
Tonight, a Lansing teenager says he was unlawfully arrested and assaulted by East Lansing Police. And as News 10's Rachel Sweet tells us now, he's calling for justice.
Uwimana Gasito says he and his brother were just going to 7-Eleven to pick up a drink when a guy accused him of touching his girlfriend. A fight broke out, and in a matter of minutes, the East Lansing Police showed up.
They came and put handcuffs on me. At first, I was scared because, I didn't know why they arrested me. So I was resisting a little bit. And then, all of a sudden, they dropped me to the ground.
Right here outside of 7-Eleven in downtown East Lansing is where 19-year-old Uwimana Gasito claims East Lansing police assaulted him last Saturday. Gasito posted these pictures Thursday night saying that he believes that he and his brother were unlawfully arrested.
I was screaming out loud, my eye hurt, my forehead is bleeding, I was screaming out loud. And then they thought I was still resisting, but I wasn't, I was just in pain.
He says the situation got heated because he was recording the officer arresting his brother. East Lansing Police released a statement Friday saying, quote, "The East Lansing Police Department has proactively initiated an internal investigation into an allegation of alleged excessive force during an incident." Gasito says this was the first time he's ever been in a situation with the police. He feels the system is corrupt.
That shouldn't have happened. I literally did nothing wrong.
The East Lansing Police say that once the investigation is complete, they will hold a special meeting. In East Lansing, Rachel Sweet, News 10.
All right, Rachel, thank you. We will keep following this investigation and let you know how it all plays out.
There's no such thing as a nonviolent revolution. The only kind of revolution that's nonviolent is the Negro Revolution. The only revolution based on loving your enemy is the Negro Revolution. That's no revolution. A revolution is bloody. Revolution is hostile. Revolution knows no compromise. Revolution overturns and destroys everything that gets in its way. And you sitting around here like a knot on the wall saying I'm going to love these folks no matter how much they hate me.
You call us savages and beasts and mad dogs running the street burning and looting, but we're doing this not for the destruction of the world, but we're trying to prove one point. We want freedom and justice and equality. We want to be treated equal. The best thing to do is give us freedom or at this place a riot with blood.
Here in Detroit, a city of war.